Hey guys, it's Lina. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing a layout I created for Coco Vanilla Studio using their You Rock collection. So I have two girls and I find it so interesting that I can pull off, and actually amazing because sometimes you doubt yourself, right? So that I can pull off like feminine layouts with this very masculine collection. And I'm just loving playing with this collection. So, the photo that I am using is of my oldest daughter, and it's of her just holding her Hatchimal, and she's just a happy girl and smiling. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to scrapbook the black and white one, and I was very tempted to scrapbook the black and white one. But ultimately, I decide to go with the color. And then I need to decide whether I'm going to scrapbook the 5x5 or whether I'm going to scrapbook the 4x4. And at the end, I decide to scrapbook the larger 5x5 picture. And the reason why I did this is because I knew that it wasn't going to be a heavily embellished layout because this collection is geared more towards boys. I don't have so much to play with in terms of like there aren't any florals in this collection. Of course, I could have mixed them in from another collection, but I'm just loving using this collection as a whole, and I am going to see if I can use the entire thing up. I know I never use anything up, but I'm going to do it with this one. So here you see I've matted my photo with a wood grain that comes in the collection, and I've also cut a couple strips of cardstock this is from that border cut apart sheet, and I know that I want my layout, my collection, one day, Lina, I know that I want my layout to be bottom heavy. And so I know that I'm going to place my photo in the bottom left-hand corner. And I'm just kind of creating a shelf type scenario here for my photo to sit on and kind of have some, like it's gonna be at the bottom here. What am I trying to say? You guys get me. So that's the sheet, and so I decided to pull out that, or cut out that ticket slither there, and I really want to use this. I know it has nothing to do with, Admit One movie theater, I don't know, circus, I don't know, but I just like it, so I'm going to use it. And I just end up creating just more layers and shelves for my photo to sit on. And you can see there also that I have not matted, I have put some foam dimension on the back of my photo to give it height. And I think I do this with almost all of my photos. It's rare when I don't. I'm really loving foam for dimension. So those were the wood veneers, and I decide that my title is going to be Hello Beautiful, and I pull out these stickers from my stash. I've gotten these about 1,000,000 years ago. I'm actually still have them here on my desk. They are called Sunset pattern chipboard letter stickers, and they are in this beautiful aqua kind of baby blue color, and I just love them. And they've been sitting in my stash, like I said, for about 1,000,000 years. And I decided that this was the opportune time to use them. So these ones were actually pretty sticky considering they were chipboard, but I decided to glue them down anyways. You guys know why. And I am here gluing each one down. I think I'm going to fast forward here in a bit. Maybe I don't. Maybe I make you guys sit through all of it and watch it. I'm sorry. So yeah, it goes pretty fast, and I kind of overlapped some of them because beautiful was such a long word. But I kind of like that staggered look to it. I find it pretty interesting. So I'm not going to stick down the hello part of my title just yet, just because I'm not sure at this point whether I'm going to add something underneath or what I'm going to do. So I know that I know now, that I wanted to use a doily. And unfortunately, I had already glued down my photograph, and it was down with hot glue, so I couldn't pull it up without damaging A, the paper, or B, the photo, or C, all of the above. So I thought I was pretty clever with this. So I cut an angle. I cut into the doily, and so now it looks like it's sitting behind. And I'm going through the ephemera now, and as you can see that this collection is geared towards boys, no doubt. And it's got a lot of masculine, phrases and, ephemera in it, beef boy, all that kind of stuff. Like, hey dude, like all of those things. And obviously I can't use them for my little munchkin because she's a girl. And that just wouldn't make sense. So, I'm going to use pieces of ephemera, but that are nothing that is very gender specific. So there is this chipboard kind of a photo strip frame that I'm going to use in the top right corner. And I just want that to balance my layout because I feel like it's because it's bottom heavy and my photo is large, it's a 5x5 and it's sitting to one side, I feel like there's a lot of space at the top. So I decide early on, or I know early on, that I'm going to put something there. So now I'm just working on it, and I can't believe I didn't cut this out. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I punched out all those little holes, and that took me an infinity and beyond. And I just glued that on the top of that, where I put that strip, because I figured it'd be a little more finicky to try to, do it while I had it all in my hand. So I decided to stick it all down and then put the frame all on top. So, and that worked for me. So here I'm pulling out the stars from the wood veneer pack, and they're so pretty. So I decided that stars are going to be my accent piece, and it's very fitting because I call my kids, my stars. And I pull out my Heidi Swap Color Shine here, and this is in mints, cool mints, I think mints. And I like the way that looks, which you'll see here, but then I dab it off and it becomes a lot lighter. For some reason, my spray nozzle wasn't working on my Heidi Shine, so don't know what's going on there. And the reason I went for the aqua is because you'll see in a minute here, or if you can recall, my daughter's tutu that she's wearing is that dark teal-y aqua. And so see how they end up looking kind of greeny and just really light? So then I take my dilutions in the turquoise color and I spray them with that, and then I decide I'm not crazy about that either, so I give them another spray, and then I whip out my Heidi Shine again and give them another dab, and that actually ends up lightening them up, because on their own that dark turquoise was just too dark and it wasn't the right color. But spraying the Heidi Shine on the top of it worked pretty darn well. I really like it. So of course, even though I had the spray box there, I managed to spray, to overspray, because my name is Lina and I overspray. So I'm just using my hot glue gun here to adhere them down. And I used my hot glue gun instead of my quick dry adhesive because they were so wet. So, and I wanted them to stick now. So I didn't have any problems using my hot glue gun. It worked fine. But here I'm adhering the hello down. Since I decided that was enough, that was all I was going to put in that corner there. And I just used my fine line bottle filled with quick dry. So I'm going to create my clusters, and you could see that green from the stars matches my daughter's tutu, and actually the green on her little Hatchimal robot really, really well. Like, it ended up being like a perfect match. So I was really happy about that. So now I'm just going through ephemera, and I apologize. I don't know what was going on with me when I recorded this, but I'm off to one side, and I'm sorry I am out of frame. I think it's like this for the remainder of the video. And I apologize, it gets, I think, difficult to see, but I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. So now I'm taking the banner shape with the stars from the sticker accent sheet, and I'm going to create a little banner in that corner. And I have there 3 of them, but the center one I popped up on a bit of foam sheet, and so it stands up above the rest of them. And I think here you'll see in a minute that I'm going to take, okay, I'm still sprinkling stars. I'm going to take tiny words, and I'm going to kind of fiddle around with those as well. Those are my favorite. So I had to be kind of picky as well with the tiny words, mainly because, again, it being geared toward boys. So I picked very generic things like makes me laugh, hey kiddo, because I actually call my kid that every single day, kiddo. And I don't know where it stemmed from. It's just something I started saying, so I don't know. It was fitting though that the tiny words in there, one of them was hey kiddo. So I picked limited edition, all smiles, love, those kind of things. Very, generic, unbelievable. So heartbreakers. That kid's gonna break a lot of hearts, I'm telling you now. Watch out, boys. So what am I doing now? Okay, so I need a little bit more of the orangey red. So I pull out the rubber charms, and I'm just going to put the orange one with the 3 stars on it. Again, continuing with the theme of the stars. Through onto that label that I have affixed there. And then using my quick dry adhesive, I'm going to stick that down there like I just did. So I'm putting things away. And for more color, because I really wanted that orange, because you'll see in the top right-hand corner, if I ever pull down this layout, I'm so sorry, guys. I have a little banner that says, actually, I don't know what it says off the top of my head, but it's bright orange. And I only had it in that one spot. But thankfully, those enamel shapes pulled me through, because all the other orange elements in the ephemera pack and stickers were very boy geared, and I didn't know what else I was going to put. But I did find those orange stars, and those complement the end of, or the end of my layout here, and that's it. That's my layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.